What's up, you guys? Finally back with another video for you guys. As you may know, I've been kind of gone for a while. I was on a big long road trip, going to all these national parks. Really hard to film on the road, so I'm here back with you guys, dedicated to doing some video for you. Today's video is on foam rolling. Does it work? Is it helpful? What does the science say? So foam rollers are really common these days, and every gym you go to pretty much has one. You'll see people doing them for their warm-up, doing them after they do their exercise, so on and so forth. Lots of people believe firmly in foam rolling. There's a lot of different claims that they make, from things like myofascial release, things like trigger point therapy, and even neurologic inhibition. So this begs the question, do those things actually exist, and does foam rolling actually help you perform better in the gym? So many people claim that when you foam roll, you're doing a form of self-myofascial release where you are applying pressure to the fascia, which helps it to elongate and stretch. However, muscle fascia isn't as pliable as you might think. Actually, rapid stretching of the fascia, like you are hoping to do with foam rolling, would require a lot of pressure and would actually probably injure the tissue, leading to inflammation and pain, so on and so forth. And gradual stretching of the fascia would actually take at least an hour, if not several hours, and would require you to apply quite a bit of pressure for that entire time as well. So the amount of time you spend on foam rolling, which is usually only a few minutes, and the amount of pressure that you get from foam rolling itself likely isn't enough for you to get true myofascial release. Those in the know about myofascial release will instead say that foam rolling helps you by releasing trigger points that are in the muscles. However, there isn't really a lot of research out there to point to the fact that trigger point therapy or trigger point release actually happens with foam rolling. So this whole claim about trigger point release from foam rolling is really truly speculative at this point. If that does occur with foam rolling, then it would probably lead to an increase in performance by decreasing muscle fatigue, decreasing muscle soreness, and just overall leaving the muscle more limber. Another possible effect from foam rolling would be a decrease in nervous system tone. So foam rolling may actually activate pressure sensors in the muscles known as Golgi tendon organs, and those pressure sensors would send a message to the brain to decrease nervous system tone and overall have a relaxing effect on the muscles of the body. But there's sort of a debate between whether this neurologic inhibition lasts long enough for the foam rolling to actually be beneficial for your exercise session. Some scientists feel that the neurologic inhibition, or the decrease in nervous system tone, only lasts a few seconds after you get done foam rolling. Because of the debate between whether that nervous system tone change lasts for seconds, minutes, hours, what have you, it's kind of unclear whether foam rolling is going to be beneficial for you in that aspect. Which brings us to a fourth potential benefit of foam rolling, which is pain threshold modulation. When you foam roll and you are applying pressure to the muscles, that's kind of a little bit painful. And so as you continue applying pressure to the muscles and you continue to sense that mild pain, that sends the signal to the brain to actually decrease your threshold for pain. So actually you become less sensitive to pain. Interestingly, this effect does have some research and some science to back it up. Researchers took participants and had them foam roll one side of their body and then measured the effect that it had on both sides of their body. And what they found was that even if you foam rolled, say, the right side of your body, you actually had a decrease in pain sensation on the left side of the body as well, not just the right side of the body. So this points to some sort of systemic modulation of pain that results from things like foam rolling. Given that evidence, it is probably likely that foam rolling does decrease our pain reception and our sensitivity to pain, but this begs the question as to whether any of these results actually help us perform better in the gym. So what does the research say when it comes to foam rolling? Well, foam rolling before a workout actually does lead to an increase in flexibility for about 10 minutes following the foam rolling session. However, it's not a permanent change, right? So after the exercise session, you likely go right back to the same amount of flexibility that you had beforehand, increases it short term, and then goes back to normal after 10 minutes or after your exercise session. When it comes to things like strength, sprint speed, and jump performance, the research is kind of 50-50 on that stuff. Some research shows that you do get an increase in strength, sprint, and jump performance. Some research says that you don't. But it also is important to note that the increases in performance that they did find in those studies wasn't always large enough to warrant statistical significance. And what that means is that we aren't 100% sure whether that increase in performance was truly from the foam rolling or if it was from something like a placebo effect. As far as foam rolling after a workout, you do get a decrease in muscle soreness and muscle pain for about 24 to 72 hours after the workout when you do that foam rolling. So it stands to reason that if you're less sore in those 24 to 72 hours, you probably have a decrease in recovery time between sessions, which over time, over a long period of time, it's going to lead to greater performance because you're able to just train more and train with more intensity. So what does all this mean for you? It seems that at best, foam rolling does provide an increase in flexibility. It does provide an increase in, or a decrease in muscle soreness, and perhaps a subsequent decrease in recovery time between sessions. And at worst, foam rolling does nothing for you, and at least it doesn't decrease your performance. If you're somebody that really struggles with your flexibility, then foam rolling would probably be really beneficial for you. And also, if you are somebody who wants to cut down on muscle soreness after a workout and perhaps see a little bit better recovery between sessions, then foam rolling after a workout seems to be a pretty good idea. As far as why we see those things occur, there isn't a lot of concrete evidence or a lot of concrete science to tell us why we get that increase in flexibility or why we get that decrease in muscle soreness when we foam roll. And like I mentioned earlier, we can't really rule out the placebo effect here. But either way, whether it be a placebo or a real result that you're getting from the foam rolling, improved performance is improved performance. Being that foam rolling is really low cost, doesn't take a lot of time, and is pretty practical since almost every gym has one. A quick little 5 to 10 minute rolling session on a foam roller before you work out is probably, a nice little test to see if you do notice any performance benefits. And then again, maybe 5 to 10 minutes after your workout to see if you get any noticeable decreases in muscle soreness. All right, guys, so there you have it. Foam rolling does seem to be beneficial as far as flexibility and muscle soreness is concerned, and could also perhaps increase your performance just a little bit. So give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments about foam rolling, whether you've used it, whether you've seen benefits, whether you're going to try it now that you've seen this video. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, and have a great day, you guys. I'll see you next time.